Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com and your love life transformation specialist. Here's the scenario. Maybe it's happened to you. Been in a relationship, you get to a point where it's like, you know what? This isn't working. I deserve better. I want better. I'm not happy. I got to go. And then you leave. And then some time passes and one of two things happens. You start putting yourself out there. You're feeling lonely. You hate the dating scene. And you're like, you know what? You start remembering all the good things about that relationship, about that guy. And so you go back, you call him back up. Or the other scenario is when you're trying to get back on the horse, trying to put yourself out there, and all of a sudden this guy calls you and he says, you know what? I miss you. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I'm going to change. Things are going to get better, blah, 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 blah. So in both scenarios, you go back and you try and start the relationship over again. And then ultimately, what happens? You wind up back at the same point, right? And now you've wasted more of your precious time. Well, what we're going to talk about today is how to know when going back to your ex is a bad idea. Because see, there's a time and place when it's a good idea, and there's a time and place when it's a bad idea. So let's talk about when it's a good idea first. There comes a point in a guy's journey where he's in a relationship with a woman and he realizes that, you know what, it's like it's time to poop or get off the pot. Like it's like we're either going to go forward and go down that marriage road, that serious relationship committed road, or I'm not. Now, some guys, believe it or not, we take this stuff seriously. So very often what a guy will do is say, you know what, I don't know if I'm ready for this, because he knows where a woman's heart is. He knows what his woman wants, and he's scared. He doesn't know if he's ready to take that leap yet. So what he does very often is like, you know what, I can't do this. And then that guy will break up, will cause the relationship to end. And he'll kind of go on his way. And ultimately he'll go into his little man cave. And then he'll get to a point where he realizes on his own that, you know what, I'm a fool. Like my life was so much better. I was so much happier when I had this amazing woman in my life. And so, you know what, I've got to be a man. I've got to grow some and I've got to take that leap. I've got to jump into the uncertainty, because if I don't, I'm going to lose one of the best things that I ever had. Now, when a guy does that and he comes back and that's the reason, then it's full speed ahead. Then you should go back with your ex, because now that guy is ready. He's made the decision in his mind, consciously and unconsciously, that I'm willing to go for it. Any other scenario is when you should walk away. And these are the scenarios where the guy screws up, he's arrogant, he doesn't value, he treats you like a convenience, he doesn't respect you, he lies, he cheats, he's dishonest, he has no integrity, okay, he talks down to you, he's condescending, all that stuff, right? And then where you're like, you know what, I deserve better than this. And then ultimately you walk away, and then that guy comes back and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to change, it's going to be better. Anytime a guy says that, run for the hills. Run as quick as you can, turn back, and don't ever look back. See, the only reason that guy is telling you that is because he's afraid that of being alone. He's afraid of not having somebody. He's insecure. He's got some emotional stuff going on. He's afraid of being alone, afraid of maybe never finding somebody like you or better than you. And so he's simply picking you as a vehicle to get his needs met. You become like a drug to him. Okay. So when he has you, it's like he gets high. It's like, oh, this is wonderful. But what happens is after he gets high and he comes back down to earth, he settles back into his old pattern of behavior. And I've seen this so many times. And I want you to understand that guy who is not changing, who is not doing the work to change, who is not getting professional help to change, is not going to change. He will for a little while. Just like a person who says, you know what, I'm going to stop eating potato chips. They will for a little while. But the second they have that urge and that old pattern kicks in, they're going to do exactly what he's been doing for months, weeks, or years. So I really hope that you can really grasp this and use it to your advantage, because no matter how much you think things are going to get better, things are going to change, it's going to be exactly what I always hoped it would be, or what it was in the very beginning. It's always going to turn back into exactly what it was. Trust me on this. I spent 3 years of my precious time doing exactly that. Going back with someone where it's going to change. It's going to be different after this. It's going to be better. And I kept it was like the horse chasing the carrot on the stick. And I kept trying and I kept searching. I kept making excuses. I kept ignoring the red flags. Ultimately, where I got to the point where it's like, it's never going to change. This is who you are. It's not a bad thing. You're not a bad person. It's just you are not capable of giving me the love and the relationship that I desire and deserve. Now, I want to preface by saying, if you go back with your ex, it doesn't mean that you can't have a relationship, that you can't get married. Okay. But if you marry him under that pretense, where he says he's going to change and he's not doing anything to change, whether he moves in with you, whether he marries you, you're never going to have the relationship that you truly desire and deserve. You'll be settling. And again, it's your journey. I completely respect your right to make the choice and decisions that you feel are best. But at the end of the day, you're going to get to the end of your life and you're going to look back and you're going to say, did I settle? Or did I have that relationship that I truly desired and deserved? My goal here at GPS for Love is to give you the clarity, the confidence, and the courage to go out and create that relationship, because it doesn't have to be this magical thing. It's really not as difficult as it appears to be. It just, as human beings, we tend to make it so much more difficult than it really is. So hope this helps. Now, before you go, I've got a question for you. Have you ever gone back to an ex? If so, how did it work out? I would love it if you would share your experience down in the box below, because I want the other members of the GPS for Love community who are contemplating going back with their ex to see and hear your experience. Because I believe that if we all share our experience, we can help each other and prevent others from making the mistakes that we've made in our past. So I hope this helps. Now, if you like this video and you found it helpful, I'd love it if you would hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends and loved ones. And if you have any questions or comments, put those in the box below. As always, it's an honor and privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.